Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is Ryan Aranda here, and we are with Shane Caudwell, and he is an Aussie. He's an Australian man, and he is here in Paraguay. We are in Asunción in a rooftop bar, and where are we at? The Dazzler, right?
The Dazzler. The Dazzler.
Dazzler.
G'day, everybody.
Yes, yes. So Shane hit me up here a couple weeks back, and he wanted to meet, and he's a very interesting gentleman. So that's why we're bringing him on the channel. His ultimate goal is to make Paraguay his home base. All right. So we're gonna get into Shane's story. He's a very interesting man, a world traveler. He's gonna explain why he's a world traveler and remains a world traveler. But anyway, so yeah. So welcome back to another video. We are sipping, so just in case, we're gonna do a cheers. Cheers.
Mojito.
Yeah, he's got a mojito with Bacardi, not the Paraguayan rum. I don't suggest you guys get the Paraguayan rum, or at least no. Every time they're gonna give you mojito here, it's gonna be Bacardi. But don't buy Paraguayan rum in the stores. It's not that good. Okay, I'm sure the Paraguayan brands are gonna get mad at me for that. Anyways, hopefully you guys can hear us well. We just did a volume check. If anything, I'm gonna mix up the volume in case you can't hear us that well. I'll run it through my program, all that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna get Shane a chance to explain about his life, and just like I did with Dr. David Maloney, if you guys saw that interview, I wanted to actually go back to when Shane was a child, and kind of ask about your childhood, and then we're gonna get into your young adulthood when you eventually joined the military. But if you could explain to us who was Shane, the young child version of you.
The young child. Shane was a bit of a tearaway. Known to police would probably be a fairly accurate description. I grew up in Perth, in Western Australia. I had my family's from there. My family originally from the area they called the Goldfields. Caudwell, Coolgardie. My father grew up in a place called Coolgardie. If you imagine the driest, bleakest desert in Australia, that's about where that all is. Western Australia is now the centre for the mining industry, the FIFO mining industry, which I'm a part of. And I'll explain about that later. I went to primary school and high school there. How would I describe it? Always had a bit of a hankering for travel and the interest in travel, even from an early age. At that stage, my family was very comfortable, but international travel wasn't a thing in the 70s and 80s, really. I come from a military family. My father, grandfather, great-grandfather, right back to one of our early ancestors came out as a military guard on the convict ships, bringing convicts out to Australia. Everybody knows probably knows it was a penal colony. So on my mother's side, they were convicts. And on my father's side, they were convict guards. So, and it goes way, way, way back. So on the...
Talk about a clash, huh? That's cool, though. That's cool.
On the ship Wimmera, we actually found out the guy's name, he was McGuinness from Newry in Northern Ireland. And he came out as a guard, and he was 56, and he married a 19-year-old and had 6 children. So hopefully there's good genes there somewhere. And went through, normal suburban childhood, lived on the edge of the city, so had access to bush and, motorbikes and digging holes and trapping rabbits and doing all the things that kids do. And then Australia at the time had a military apprenticeship system where between 15 and 17 years of age, you could join the military and do a trade apprenticeship. My father had done one as a fitter and turner, so I was lucky enough to be accepted into the Air Force to become an aircraft engine fitter. So at 15 and a half, I left my home on the West Coast, moved to the East Coast, joined the military. And at the time, we pretty much called it Gladiator School because there was a fair bit of carnage and destruction in the next couple of years. Lots of people failing, lots of all the usual dramas. It was very much Lord of the Flies. And I survived all that and got posted out to an Air Force unit I got involved mainly with helicopters and spent most of my time on rotary wing on Hueys, Iroquois helicopters, and on Black Hawks. I also got involved in the refueling side of aviation, so setting up refueling for FOBs and things like that, and that ended up being pretty much my career. I discharged from the military at 24, I think I was, something like that. Bought a one-way ticket to Hong Kong and spent 2 years going overland to London. Got to London and was walking down a street when a captain from one of my old regiments was walking the other way. I had a big full beard down to here and I had long hair. Hard to believe now, I know. But I sort of shoulder charged him and had a bit of a joke, and he thought he was being mugged on the streets of London. And we got talking and had a chat, and he gave me his card, and I said, "Oh, we catch up for a beer. Do you want to have a coffee?" And he said, "Oh no, you've just been recruited into the UN, you idiot. I'll see you in the morning. Come and sign your paperwork." So that was how I got recruited into the United Nations, and that was that was the next career effectively. Was travelling around the world working for the UN. So I ended up in Bosnia during the siege of Sarajevo. I was actually inside Sarajevo for over a year. I worked in Lebanon. I worked in Cambodia. I worked in Kazakhstan. I worked in Algeria, Tunisia. Where else did I get to? Also, no holiday destinations. There was nowhere we were drinking mojitos on the beach or anything like that. That was the roundabout progression into the career, which is slowly winding down now. Hence the thought of moving to Paraguay for a quiet life.
Okay,
that's it.
That's exactly why he's on the channel, you guys. No, so okay, let's break that down. So hoodlum.
Yeah. So, we could go with hoodlum. Yeah.
To military man.
Yep.
To UN, essentially peacekeeper.
Very peaceful. Yeah.
Yes, and then from there, going into Hong Kong.
When I got out of the army, we flew to Hong Kong, which was still under British control at the time.
That was before the UN work.
That was before the UN work, and then it was a couple of years going overland to London.
Okay.
And then got recruited to the UN in London.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, private contracting.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, private contract. Okay. I just want to lay that out because my man has been here all around the world for many reasons, and can you just give us a list of? So I know that was where you've been in an official capacity through work.
Yep.
Can you list off the other countries? I know there's might be a few, but I just want to give you an idea of where he's been in the world.
Okay, so spent nearly 2 years in London, and started work there in a fuel injection factory, which was really weird. I'd done my trade fixing helicopters, so I was pretty comfortable mechanically, and I saw a job for research and development technician. So I went along and did this job interview, and they asked me how much I knew about fuel injection, which I've got to say was not much, and convinced them that I was the best man for the job. So I got the job on a Friday. They said, see you Monday morning. So I went to the Library of London, got every book on mechanics and fuel injection I could find, and then studied it for 48 hours and turned up. So I worked there for a while. Then I got recruited into the UN. So still while based in London, flew out to Bosnia. We did Germany, the Rhine-Main, the military base there, the American military base was one of our staging points. So we spent a lot of time at Rhine-Main, which meant we also spent a lot of time in Sachsenhausen, which is the bar area. Okay. And there was a good Aussie bar there. If you walked in, you're Australian, you got your first beer free. So we started there every night.
Hey.
And did a lot of work out of there. Got to travel in France, did a little bit of work with the French military. When they were preparing to bring new battalions down into Bosnia during the conflict there, we'd go and do some training for them, give them an understanding of what they'd be facing, looking at, dealing with when they got to Bosnia, particularly the technical side of it, which was my job. Also got holidays, got to travel, went to Italy, rode motorbikes around Italy, got to Belgium, got to Holland, got to Germany, got to places like that. We got to Ireland, got to Spain, got to Portugal. So I sort of had a good look around Europe, was there for quite a few years. Next big round of work was the Middle East. So staged out of Cyprus for one job into Haifa in Israel, which we were discussing before, up into Lebanon. Kind of glad I'm not doing that this week. We did work there, did some work in Saudi Arabia, did some work in Algeria, Tunisia, a little bit of work in Somalia, and these are all mainly setting up refueling installations, doing technical projects in support of military or NGOs or, whichever group wanted us to do this work.
Just a quick pause, you guys. So look at everywhere we've already discussed, or he's discussed. Australia, many countries in Europe, Northern Africa, the Middle East, right? And he's going to keep going about holidays and up till now. So anyways.
So, yeah, did that for a few years. And then I'd been with the UN in Cambodia back in the 80s. So I ended up back with the UN in Cambodia in the 90s. Did a bit of work there, sort of got involved, immersed, moved into Asia. Moved to Thailand, had a few years in Thailand, had a few years in Cambodia, worked in Malaysia, a little bit in Indonesia, worked in Laos, did a lot of time in Asia. And as I was saying, for me, Asia was home. And for most Australians, for me, from Perth to Singapore is a 4-hour flight and maybe $400 return. Bali, Indonesia is even cheaper. So for most Australians, Asia is our backyard. We holiday there, we live there, we travel there. We're very, very comfortable in Asia. And in my head, up until a few years ago, Asia was going to be where they could put me in the ground. It was I was going to go to Asia. I was going to live out my life. That all changed for a few reasons. We had an event a few years ago which changed the world's parameters. And now my focus is definitely shifted to South America. And go on. No, all good.
Just a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. For a lot of reasons, my focus shifted to South America and Paraguay in particular because of, I wouldn't call it ease of visa arrangements, but very reasonable visas, an ability to set up a residency and all that sort of stuff.
I've talked about this since the first video, you guys.
Yeah, I love Chile, I love Argentina. Paraguay, I mean, if you could see the view out to my left, you're looking at the big shopping centers, you're looking.
In fact, here, let me do this real quick. And we'll put it right back. You guys, this is where we're at. This is parallel to any major city around the world. And he can tell you that.
I agree. It's, I wouldn't say I was shocked because I did a lot of research before I came, but I was very happily surprised at the level of service, the availability, the infrastructure, everything that you're seeing in Paraguay. It's, what would you do? I would describe it as Bangkok is probably one of the biggest cities in Asia infrastructure-wise. Traffic control, shopping centres, restaurants, all this stuff. This is equivalent to Bangkok, this area. Where we are now, at the Dazzler on the top floor, I'd say this is the equivalent, for anybody that knows it, to Sukhumvit. The area around Sukhumvit with all the big malls. You go down to Siam and you go to those sort of places. This is very, very similar vibe. And really, really nice, enjoyable place. Very, very comfortable.
I'll film this rooftop area right after we get done with our discussion here.
Yep. No, it is really, really pleasant. So for a lot of reasons, we discussed politics before. My politics is my politics, and what I would like to do is have people respect my politics, my morality, and I do the same for them, whatever that may be.
Yes.
Whatever side of politics you lean to, that's your choice. Good for you. I respect your decision, and hopefully we can meet in the middle somewhere. But what I'm finding more and more in Australia and the West is that there's just this division, there's just this drive through the middle, which you're either a friend or an enemy, and I can't really reconcile with that, you know. And I looked around and I thought, well, here is a country that I can believe in the system of government. I understand, like any country, there's problems, you know. No country's immune to them, and Australia's got more. Australia has problems that I don't think I can, in good conscience, just sit there and ignore. Hence the reason I wanted to move to somewhere different. So I look at you look at the exodus out of Europe at the end of World War II into South America. Looking at some of the websites that show movement of people and all that sort of stuff, I think South America is on the cusp of a similar exodus of people from the West that can't reconcile, can't enjoy, can't understand or accept the way the West is moving, whether you agree with, you know, as I said, whatever side of politics, you know. And I certainly don't want to sit here and tell people what my side is. I just like you to understand that, you know, I don't agree. I can't coalesce really with the West, with Australia at the moment, especially the state I come from. And to me, I'm looking for a country that has a level of morality that I can respect, a level of understanding of ease of living, which this place has in spades. You know, the week I've been here now and the weeks I've got coming, the people I've met, the places I've been, you know, I went to a restaurant just over there, and I sat down and I had a ribeye, and it was probably the best ribeye I've ever had.
Told you guys, South America,
it is amazing.
Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, some of the best meats in the world.
I sat in there, made a little piggy of myself. I walked out of there, you know, the bill with a couple of beers, with a ribeye, with what they served with it was $30, I think, something like 30 Australian dollars, 20 US dollars.
You know how much that would be back home? $150 to $200 in some place like this, or like the downtown central of most major cities of where we're from, and I'm sure it's pretty similar to in Australia.
Exactly. We're in the high end part of town here as well. This is. You know, we're in the 5-star area straight across. You know, we've got one of the biggest shopping malls in Paraguay. You know, you go into there and it could be any mall in any Western country. There's, you know, I saw a Prada shop. There was, you know, there's restaurants. There's, not that I eat it, there's Pizza Hut, there's Kentucky Fried, there's everything like that. There's the cat shop, you know, the Caterpillar clothing shop. There's everything you could you would see at home. You see here. You see right there. You know, it's
you know, I mean, you know, I say this a lot, but you guys aren't gonna lack a single thing, a single service, a single item, besides some spices coming from America and some cheeses coming from Wisconsin. Besides like some of those like nitpicky things, you're not gonna lack anything coming here. Every service is wonderful. Every I mean, you can get all the high end items you'd ever want. If there's anybody of like, you know, that super means who focuses on that kind of stuff, like Gucci, Prada, whatever. Like I don't give a shit about any of that. No. But like, you know, just if you're worried about that stuff, you can get it all here, all of it. You know, I literally can't think I've seen. You know, I ride motorbikes. I've seen. I couldn't count how many motorbike shops I've seen. I've already made contact with a guy for a particular model of motorbike, the same as I have at home. If I bring all the parts across, we can build it here. It's all available. You know, it's there's nothing here. And I mean, people get worried about speaking Spanish. My Spanish is terrible. You know, I do an online lesson once a week and I read children's books and watch YouTube. And the Paraguayan people have been, when you try, you know, the first words out of my mouth, you know, lo siento, muy español no muy bueno. You know, I'm sorry, my Spanish isn't very good. And the amount of people, we just had a waitress here answered us in English and said she spoke a tiny little bit of English. And I said, well, I speak a tiny little bit of Spanish. But
Google Translate works, and I've literally not had a problem. I must have taken 10 Ubers in the last week, and Uber drivers were laughing and, Google Translate and having a great time. And really, really friendly people, amazingly friendly people.
Just say one thing about that, guys. If they laugh, they're not laughing at you, okay?
No.
Like I know a lot of people get confused about that, and they're like, especially Americans, because we're very highly offended, nation. A lot of us, they're not laughing at you, okay? They're laughing with you about like, oh, that's goofy. You're like, oh shit, you said it kind of wrong, or it might mean a different thing or something.
Yeah.
Guys, they're not laughing at you. I promise you, they're not. Especially if you're a good person, you're just going from A to B. No. They're meant like you go, oh, okay, but no, they're gonna get you where you need to go. They're gonna serve you well. If there's any kind of confusion, believe me, they'll go above and beyond to understand what you want. You know what I mean?
Man, Paraguayans are the friendliest people. It's, I lived for years in Asia, and anybody who's been to Thailand, it's in Cambodia, places like that. This place is next level friendliness and pleasant, decent people. I was in a diner today, and as I said, my Spanish isn't great, and the waiter came over, ended up getting a customer because I'm trying to pronounce a word. It just wasn't working. We're Google Translate, we got it all, and they laughed, and they thought it was the best thing ever. It was really good. It was really pleasant and enjoyable. And as Ryan said, they're not laughing at you. They're having a great time, and the only impression I've got is that they're really happy that some random grey-bearded Aussie has turned up in Paraguay and is making noises about their living here.
Yeah, and damn, what was the point I was gonna make? Oh shoot, I'm forgetting it. But no. Yeah, in general, you guys, don't stress about the language stuff. Even if you're a very beginner, like my man's here, it'll be all right. It really will. Now, I cannot say that for every other country. Even me, back right when I traveled with my family 15 years ago to Argentina. I know it's a beautiful country, and but not all of them are gonna be as like pleasant as most Paraguayans are gonna be. Like they're gonna be like, oh, you can't understand me. I don't got no time for you. You know what I mean? Like now I know I'm a little bit bitter on that. Yeah. What I was gonna say is that I am biased, obviously, right? I'm from here. I have family here. It's very obvious I'm biased, but I also give you very logical reasons of why you should travel here. You should consider it to be your home. But this is exactly why I bring other folks on the channel as well, so they can give you their experiences. And so, even if you think I'm complete bullshit, which hopefully you don't, but even if you do, you listen to other people. They'll tell you the truth, And he's comparing it to Southeast Asia, which Southeast Asia is, in my eyes, one of the most hospitable parts of the world. So if he's comparing this place to one of the most hospitable parts of the world, in the grand scheme of things, this is probably one of the most hospitable countries in the entire world and the entire planet. You've been to, I don't know, dozens and dozens and dozens of countries, and for you to say that, that's very meaningful and powerful, and it should put you guys at ease. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, when you land, you get a vibe for any country, and there's countries I've landed in and going, oh, you're watching your back the whole time. This place, literally within a day, you're like, I can see. Yeah, you sort of start to get a gist of how a country works, what's important. I mean, I'd done a lot of reading beforehand, a lot of research, a lot of YouTube, Ryan. And this place gelled right from the get-go. I've been to countries where you think, I don't even want a holiday here, let alone live here. I've been here a week now, and I'm going, this is a really, really cool country. This weekend, we're heading south for a birthday party. We're looking forward to that. My lovely Spanish teacher is having a birthday, so there's a couple of us going down, and hopefully she won't punch me when I get there for butchering her wonderful language and
absolutely
and all the rest of it. I've bought gifts. I'm hopefully we're all good. But the vibe right from the beginning is a really cool, pleasant, relaxed vibe. Everything you might do at home you can do here, but it seems with less of the intrusiveness and control and drama.
Yeah.
You know, for any Aussie on the channel, you don't go out at night now. You don't need the hassle. You don't need the drama. You don't need any of that rubbish because, you know, people are out of control. The gist I get here is that idiots get a tap on the forehead. You know, go out, be pleasant, have a nice night, be a good person. If you're stupid, there's ramifications. You know, I like countries that have those ramifications. It's a really, really cool little spot.
Yeah. And I just got to say, man, I looked right for a second because, God damn, there were some beautiful women that, man, we first saw it come in here. I want to put their age like 25. God, oh my Lord. They were stunning.
There's a pool just out there.
Yeah.
We sat down at the pool deck.
Yeah, those were the ones.
I was starting to get chest pains. We had to leave.
Oh man. Okay, so hey,
and
our women are
they're gorgeous and they're sweethearts.
Stunning, dude, stunning. I know. In the media, like you're gonna see mostly Colombian, Mexican women, maybe Argentinian women, like internationally. So most people don't know what our women look like. But they are stunning. Actually, one of my homies said this the best. He was like, your women look like kind of like a mix from Brazil and Argentina. And I was like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. I was like, yeah, maybe not exactly, but yeah, you know, that makes sense, you know? But, you know, and actually a lot of us do have Brazilian blood too. So it's a history thing. But after the Triple Alliance War and all that. But
that's it.
Anyway, so, you know, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. But
I don't think I've seen a woman yet in yoga pants and flip flops at all.
Oh no, not like in America or Australia. It's like that too?
Yeah, Australia's like that too. Yeah.
So what he's saying is like the UGG boots girls, the yoga pants, the wearing their boyfriend's t-shirt out in public with their hair all messy. You're not gonna see that here. Girls, even when they go to the supermarket, ladies, women, wives, dude, they may not dress up like to the 10s, but like they'll dress up to the 8s or 9s. You know what I mean? Because our culture, like ladies try to look good, and that's exactly why. Like, there's like, I swear to God, there's like thousands of peluquerias, hair salons, all throughout this city alone, all throughout the Asunción metro area. Like where I'm staying, San Lorenzo. It's almost like every other block there's a hair salon. So like, you know, you could, and my sister has one, you know, like there's, if you have a girlfriend and you're living like shit, even right here, like I guarantee you there's probably in this 1 like kilometer radius a few dozen. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So anyways, I just want to say that because I know a lot of the guys out there, younger men and older men, and everybody, men like to know how the ladies look. And they are stunning. They're stunningly beautiful. If you follow some of our Instagram like girls, like man, you're gonna be like blown out of the water.
And what I'll say for some of the older guys, forget the younger girls. You need a woman who can recognise signs of a stroke.
Hey, but he's not fucking around though either, you know.
Like there was we were sitting a couple of days ago, and we were asked to share a table, which was fine. And the women there, you know, I'm 57. You know, I don't make it. I'm old and grey and going bald, and it is what it is. And these women sat there and we were talking, and I was absolutely positive they were early 30s. And one of them turned around to me and she goes, "Oh no, I'm 46." And like,
see what I'm saying?
Serious, mate. Like, I've got a WhatsApp number. There is no possible way.
He's a straight goon.
Well, like, Google Translate, you know. But,
I don't care.
Oh, mate, there was no. I was shocked. You know, I was stunned. She, lovely lady, beautifully presented, very, very nice, very feminine. Handshake, and you know, I'd like to see you again. We'll go out for dinner before we go. Awesome lady, you know, and then
the femininity is out of this world. Yeah. I don't give a shit if you're in the countryside or if you're in the dead center of the city. Yeah. Femininity is out of this world. Even if you catch them in like wearing like not the most feminine stuff, they're the most sweethearts. They're the permiso girls. You know what I mean? I brought this up before, and like I even get blown away, and I know how it is. Like, I literally have family that are women. You know what I mean? Like, I still get blown away though. Like, just because like I'm coming from that like American, like where they'll even call you like bro and stuff. I'm like, man, you will never hear the equivalent of that out here. Like, even if it's friend group on friend group, like they're gonna be the most feminine version of themselves they can, because like they know, especially if you're coming here as a foreigner, they know that like if they present themselves well, they could be on your list to like become wifey or something. You know what I mean? And so, and it doesn't matter if you're my age or Shane's age. Like they like, and in general, like Latinos, and I know this for a fucking fact, like Paraguayas love older men, like even older than me, like probably like 40, 50, like whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Like you're fine. You're like in America, you want to be young, rich as fuck, and then just keep your youth. But man, whatever, dude. Like come out here, it's all gonna be all right. You know?
If you're like me, the women my sort of 45 and up in Australia, it's all about their retirement plan. What can you do for them? What how much money have you got? How much property have you got?
How many times have I talked about this?
It's that's all it is. There is I've never seen a conversation that didn't bend in that direction. What do you do for a living? And where I work, for Australians, that understand FIFO work, I fly out of Perth on a Wednesday. I fly to a remote mine site in the northwestern WA, 2 hours flight out of Perth. I then work for 8 days, and then I fly back and I have 6 days off. The industry is very well paid, and you've got a target on your back as a FIFO worker, not because you're a decent human being, not because you've got you've got money. And I've just found I don't date in Australia anymore. I don't need the hassle. I don't need the drama. I don't need the attitude. It's for a lot of you guys. I figure it's probably the same. I'm not complaining about it. I don't live in Australia all that much anymore. I travel mostly.
Well, so Shane dates what a lot of us would call older women, and what he just said, they're beautiful here. Yeah. But our age in his Western in the Western world, yeah, we also experience that, right? Even in your 30s now, because we're a more selfish generation. Yes, we some of us are, I don't know, we're critical thinkers. We move around the world maybe a little bit better, et cetera, et cetera. But it's the same thing. And I know a lot of my homies, my exact same age, have dealt with a lot of selfish women. What do you have? If you don't have that, or if you even lose your job or some shit, like it's immediately like, okay, well, I'm looking for the next guy, or I'm gonna like fuck you over or some shit like that, And I literally talk about this, like it's not to say that there are not gold diggers here. Stay away from those. Don't, like, if you're looking for the quick thrills, look for the quick thrills, whatever. But take your time too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like a place like this is a pretty damn good place to meet a woman. So, like, she's gonna be like more like middle class, upper middle class, maybe even rich. You never know. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna be honest, but I fuck with most of the girls from the hood because that's where my family's from. You know what I mean? But like, and then they immediately look at me as a mark, right? But it's okay. Even that, like, but no, not that part, but whatever. But you got to feel them out. Just feel them out if you're looking for something more serious, and whatever, pick your age range. Like, he's got his age range. I got my age range, all that. I don't mean to make all this about dating, but at the same time, like he has a lot of experience and stuff, and so it is cool to hear other people's, even if it's just a couple of days, and even it's the approachability of women here, and like the fact that she was a sweetheart, and you see the femininity and the kindness. Like it's a big deal because we don't come from places that are like where the majority of women are feminine, kind, So
to me, I was born in the 60s. I started partying in the 80s. Got busy, got married in the 90s, got unmarried in the 2000s. But, I look back now, and to me, this has really got like a 80s, 90s vibe to it, in the way people talk to each other, the way people deal with each other, the ease of everyday life while you're here. That it feels to me like an Australia that's long gone,
Yeah, and it's taking a step away from dating. Like, when I went to the ciclovia, and you guys saw this on my video, like there was families that would walk in strollers. So the ciclovia is the green walking area.
Oh yeah, yep,
Park.
yep.
So there are families with strollers, girlfriends with boyfriends, holding hands, kissing. Like, you go to any plaza here, like the old school, like Spanish style plaza, the X square kind of deal, the beautiful like trees, whatever. Like you're gonna see just like families, couples, and you go to the fucking and I won't preach about this because you guys already know. But in the States, you know how it is in our parks. It's either dead. It's not like the '90s when I grew up, and like it's like kids, like fathers teaching their sons baseball. Like it's not like that. But here it is. Like it might be soccer, but whatever. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's lively here. When you go to these malls, all these malls, at least in the city, there's no dead malls here. In America, how many malls are dead?
Yeah.
Completely dead. I don't know if it's the same in Australia.
Yeah, no, it's they exactly. Commercial real estate in Australia is done. In a lot of areas. Yeah.
When I went to the mall, and you guys barely saw it because I haven't filmed in the malls, but like it's the same thing as the ciclovia. It's couples holding hands, kissing. It's parents with their kids, and it's so refreshing to see. You feel like you're part of a healthy society, And I don't know, it's nice.
It is.
It's nice.
Well, yeah, we were talking. I think there's a shift, and there's a lot of people for a lot of reasons want to leave the West, if you want to put it in inverted commas, and they're looking for places to go. And I mean, we talked about it before. Australians and me in particular are very, very comfortable in Asia, but the visa arrangement, no possibility of a passport in the future, the way that the government's changed their mind, look at what happened in Malaysia with the MM2H visas, things like that. But, Asia is a fantastic holiday destination. It'll be one of my favourites in the rest of my life. But to me, it's not going to provide a life, a retirement, somewhere to live. And my idea is to come here, have 2 motorbikes, long distance adventure bikes set up in the garage. Really like the downtown architecture, the old Spanish architecture. I absolutely love it.
He's gonna be Che Guevara 2.0, but hey, but not the political stuff. Just this motorcycle diaries.
On the busted ass Indian.
Just the motorcycle diaries part. That's super cool though.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So the plan is I want to ride all the way down Route 40 Argentina to Ushuaia, get the ferry around, and then ride all the way up the top of Chile to Bolivia, cross the Salt Flats, and back to Paraguay. My first year, that's my trip.
Damn.
Yeah. So
he's 57.
Yeah.
57-year-old man is doing this, and you guys can't stop playing. Okay, I know I'm talking to youngers, peoples right now, but some of you guys can't get off the fucking video games, and my man is talking about doing a Che Guevara ride through South America. Bro, this is why y'all have to open up your fucking minds, dude. Like, I'm not even doing shit as cool as him. I'm just chilling in the city. I'll get out there, and in fact, I got a few towns that are lined up next week. Areguá, San Bernardino. I'm gonna go to Consultation soon. Those are pretty relatively close cities. The point is be ashamed. This is exactly why I brought him on for an interview, so you can see an interesting older gentleman living his life to the fucking fullest. What is my channel called? My Best Life Paraguay. Even if it's not Paraguay, this resonates. Whatever. Whether you go to the Philippines, whether you want to choose whatever country, Argentina, doesn't matter. Point is live your life, dude. And then get your house for. Look, I haven't thrown it on the channel yet. There's some beautiful little gated communities here in Luque, in no, it's not San Lorenzo. Capieta, Areguá in particular. $30,000 houses, 2-bedroom. Yeah, they're little things. Yes, they share a wall with your neighbors. Yes, but your neighbors are nice. They're Paraguayans, right? Yeah. But imagine that. What did I just say? $30,000 for a fucking house. That is incredible. And that could be your retirement plan. Maybe you're older age, whatever. I know you probably have $30,000 in the bank if you're older age, right? Think about that. Get your Social Security pension going. You're going to live an amazing life. And not only on top of that, can you just live an amazing life? You can, with a lot of people don't know this, but with your cedula, that you can travel across borders to Brazil, Argentina. It's almost damn near like a passport, an ID card, right? And if you get a car down here, your license is gonna say from the Mercosur. That's literally gonna be on your license plate. And the Mercosur is an agreement between most South American countries that you can drive. You can actually drive all the way to Chile and other South American countries. You have free flow. Now, now, if you're going by airplane, that's where you need passports, okay? So I just want to make that clear. But if you are crossing borders, if I want to go to Argentina tomorrow, I can just cross over with my my cedula, okay? So I just want to say that. So, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Paraguay is landlocked. Oh, my God, I'm just going to be stuck there. I can't do a fucking thing. No, you can go to Rio tomorrow. You know, you take a bus to Rio. Fucking have a few drinks on the way. Whatever. Pack it yourself. You know, you'll be in there in like, I don't know, 10 hours, something like that.
Well, when I flew up here, it was 2 hours from Santiago. You know, I fly 2 hours to go to work.
Santiago, Chile.
It's awesome.
To Asunción. 2 fucking hours. See you guys? Santiago is a badass city. I haven't been there. I haven't been there yet. Not yet.
Go to La Stadia. Just that.
Is that the neighborhood?
Yeah, the neighborhood, okay. the old downtown area.
Okay.
All the cobbled streets, the restaurants.
Okay.
You know, Santiago is amazing. It's 2 hours. And I think from memory, it was less than $200. And that was premium economy. So I could have got it cheaper, but I decided to have the free seat next to me.
You guys.
That's how cheap it is.
I took a trip from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Madison, Wisconsin. And that was more money. State to state. Not even like an hour trip, and that was more money than fucking because I had to just go there fast, right? And I didn't have a car, and I couldn't take a bus, right? Whatever. That was more money than going from fucking 2 countries away, Santiago, Chile, crossing through over Argentina to Paraguay. That is amazing. You know what I mean?
Next Sunday week, so not next Sunday, Sunday after, I've got a flight from Buenos Aires up to Mendoza. I've got 5 days up there. That was less than $100. And then 5-6 days after that, I've got a flight from Mendoza back over to Santiago, and premium economy was again like $180. It's very, very cheap to travel around once you get here.
Asunción is very, very. In fact, I'm gonna do a top 15 reasons to move here. That's gonna be my next video. Location, not just like location in Paraguay. I'm talking about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Rio, Sao Paulo. Buenos Aires, Santiago, all other major cities, at least in the southern part of South America. It's a little bit farther to go to like Colombia and stuff, but whatever, But that's incredibly important because if you guys think like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do shit when I get there. I'm just going to live, right? No, you take little like, even if it's a week trip,
you take vacations.
Yeah, take 4-week trips in a year. And those week trips cost what, $1,000 each? That's $4,000. And then you add that onto whatever you're living. I'm telling you, man. Well, it's a life down here.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Last year when I was here, I travelled with a friend he'd travelled in South America before. And one of the things we went to was the Atacama Desert. And we went up there, and it's the highest, driest desert in the world. And a lot of countries have their observatories up in the Atacama Desert.
Is that Peru?
Chile.
Chile.
And you go up there and you go to these observatories, and it's just mind-blowing. A, how cheap it all is to do and get up there. B, it's the only place on the planet you can see some of the things they can see from these observatories, and you can book observatory tours. We came back from the Atacama, and to get out to Easter Island, and I mean, everybody's seen the pictures of Easter Island. Last year, I actually stood out there and walked around it, and the return flight was less than $400. It was $380, I think. And that went from Santiago to Easter Island. We stayed 5 days and flew back again.
And Easter Island is significantly north.
Right? Well, it's straight in the Pacific, sort of. So it's Santiago. It's
and north.
Yeah, heading west northish. Galapagos is off. Again, we went to Easter Island, and that.
Oh, I'm thinking of Galapagos.
With the big statues.
Yeah. Okay,
that is beyond bucket list stuff. That is, like how many people in the world have actually stood out there and looked at those statues and touched one up close and personal, and that's less than $400 to get out there.
Now, not to be too nerdish on you guys, but that there is a theory that I believe is backed up in DNA evidence, but like that us with South American blood, or at least indigenous South American blood, right? That was the flow of our ancestors. We didn't come through the Bering Strait like the northern tribes. We came through the southern Polynesian islands, and then Easter Island, and then from there the ships came to South America. So there are DNA ties through that. So I wanted to nerd out for a second there. So it is cool though, the flow of people, and just historically, think of what our ancestors had to do to move around the world. They had to take boats across the fucking oceans. You know what I mean? To like hopefully come across new lands where they could hunt, fish, survive, right? And we're over here spoiled as fuck up in like airplanes and shit. And if you can figure this out, if we can do this in the 21st century way in 2024, we can do it. We don't have to suffer through the same like ice ages, motherfucking crossing oceans through fucking or raggedy ass ships or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Or they were well built, but like, the point is like we're not taking chances with our lives moving across the earth. We're where you can do it, just save a little bit of money. Well, what's the alternative? Okay, all right, blow all your money in a fucking bar, casino, strip club, or whatever the fuck you are back home, or go to Vegas or whatever. Or you could be ashamed, or you could come here, buy yourself months, years, a retirement plan.
Well, I hadn't thought about it, but I think I've been here a week, but I'm staying in I'm staying in this hotel. We're in the Sky Bar and all the rest of it. I've eaten in really nice restaurants every night. I've Ubered everywhere. I've had my clothes laundered and cleaned and ironed. I've, literally have wandered for nothing, gone and got a SIM card or whatever. And I doubt I've cracked $1,000 yet. With everything, all in. And you can stay a lot cheaper than a 4+ star hotel like this, and eating ribeyes in restaurants and all that sort of stuff. I think before I came here, I looked at a lot of videos, a lot of YouTubes or whatever, and it seems to be that $1,000 a month is very comfortable living.
Yep.
Would you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you're living like me and you're cooking meals and you're not going out every single day, 1,000 is absolutely fine. If you are eating out every single day, I would say 1,500. Yeah, and if you want a super lush lifestyle, two grand. But like anything even over $2,000, like you're just splurging at that point.
That's a cool place to be.
But think about that, you guys. Like 1,000, 1,200, or 12,000 a year. That's it's unthinkable where we're from. And actually the number. If I remember, I'm gonna put the other. He's on another interview. It's a great interview. It's not Australian Finance Channel. What do you know the name of it off the top of your head?
PK Gupta.
PK
Gupta is
Gupta.
He's on Facebook.
GUP
Gupta.
GUPTA. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna put his channel here on the screen and the interview. Because he goes more into depth about his time abroad in a better way because he asks better questions than I do. But this is also just a free interview, right? We're just talking what's on the top of our head.
Yep. We have no notes.
Yeah, no notes. No notes.
And we're drinking.
Yeah,
that could go either way.
I think you know why we have no notes, because we're rebels out here.
That's it. Yeah.
I was a little bit of a rebel back in school type thing, but hey. But actually, on a serious note, let me bring that up, man. I have gotten into trouble with the law too, and stuff like back in the day, and like actually not that far back in the day, but like, you guys don't. You can move past that shit as long as it's not like too serious shit. You didn't murder somebody or something like that. You know what I mean? But just forgive yourself, focus on the next steps, save up money, and then try to get out. Or get residency first, and then try to get out. You know what I mean? And he actually talks about numbers. I know that he's talked about, I believe 54,000 you would like is your ideal number a year, which is
52,000 Australian is that's maybe 36,000 US.
Yeah. So that's Shane's number though. But Shane he's taking into consideration so many more things than I do personally. But my numbers, if you want to live and you want to live well, I know I put it at 10,000 first, but that's kind of like that's like living. That's like living like I am. But if you want to like travel, 15,000, 20,000 a year, right? And for a lot of you guys, like that's the equivalent to a lot of your pensions. That might even be less than your pensions, right? What you receive back per year. But just give you a number. Like, I mean, what do they quote you at in the U.S.? Like, I don't know per year, but like they say that you have to save up millions of dollars for retirement in the U.S. If you want to retire, like what's the term they use? Not healthily, but well, if you want to retire well and all that shit, like you're saving well over $1 million. And I know that our generation, we don't have that ability. Like as hard as you want to try. I mean, especially if you want to have a family before that, and then have a family pay all that, what it takes to live in the U.S. or Australia or in Ireland, like Dr. David Maloney was saying, and then be able to retire well after that, you're talking an amount that is just so unreachable. Like, unless you're top dog at your shit, but how many of us are? Most of us are average people. Most of us are slightly above average, whatever. But, just I know I'm preaching. I know maybe a lot of this has been preaching, but that's just because I want to get you, like, I want to implant this in your head that it's possible. Okay, it's possible for a younger gentleman, for older gentlemen, and and if nothing else, you can go the whole Plan B route. I don't agree with that mindset of keeping it in your pocket until 30 years later. Personally, like unless you are an older gentleman, then that doesn't really buy. But if you're a younger gentleman, like try to live life before that as well. So
absolutely. I mean, that was one of my comments. Is I'm 57. I've lived way longer than I'm going to live, if you know what I mean. So I've had a good career. I've made a whole bunch of decisions. I based it on, upbringing and advice and all the things that were put on my list over the years. I think now with guys like Ryan, the YouTube, the availability of that sort of information, looking back at it now, I could have, would have, should have. I'm in the position I'm in and I'm not unhappy. But to make that break early and to have that different life to all the younger guys out there, it's like, you think my ancestors in the 1700s got on boats in England, one, on my father's side, as we discussed, as a guard, on my mother's side as a convict. There was no return ticket. They were dead. They might as well have sailed off the edge of the earth, never to be seen again. That was the path they took to start a new life. There's so much info and so much availability. I mean, I would have no clue on how to make money online. Wouldn't have the slightest idea. It would never work for me. I followed the path I followed and I'm happy where I am. But I think don't leave it to where we leave it, to guys like us now. We haven't done the best job. My generation hasn't done the best job of leaving the planet and leaving society in a good place for the younger generations. To me, my thoughts now is I should probably stop talking about what I think the world should look like and shut my mouth. What I think now has to happen is the younger guys, you guys and girls, need to start saying, well, this is the way we want to shape it. This is the way we want to look, the world to look for us. And I think knowing that it's a big wide world out there, we were discussing languages before. And I was talking about a friend of mine, his wife's Venezuelan and he's Australian. And she only speaks Spanish to the kids and he only speaks English. That's a gift. I'm trying to learn Spanish now, and it's a struggle and it's hard, but it's a struggle I really want to get involved with because this is what I want to do. The younger you are, the easier it is to push through all that sort of stuff. I would say whatever you're doing now, we just talked about numbers. If you can make some of those numbers come down for a year, what's a year out of your life? What's that gonna, it's nothing. If you don't like it, it's only a plane ride back again.
Really, sorry guys. Really quick. Well, what I will say about that year advice that he gives, you know how many skills that you can like obtain within a year? Like, okay, I know I'm doing YouTube stuff, but language skills, how to talk to people, be a little bit more cultured than you already are. I mean, it's endless. Like it's even if you have to go back, it's not detrimental to your life at all. It's going to be absolutely beneficial. So take a chance. Take a chance. Maybe the first virtual job maybe doesn't go that well for you guys. Maybe they lay you off or some bullshit like that within the first couple months. And do what I did. Like pay for a place for 12 months. So no matter what, it's just locked in, right? Like you ain't gotta fuck around and pay your landlord. Actually, let me just real quick say, I'm gonna go over a video how to pay your bills also here, electricity, water, my suggestion for phone, TV, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. Anyways, but just give yourself a chance. Maybe you don't have all of life figured out, but give yourself a fucking fighting chance and give yourself a good year. Like, how many places has he been? Has every single place been, oh my God, this is super solid. I absolutely know what I'm doing. Like, no, there's been bumps along the way.
It's been one blind stagger to another normally is how it rolls.
He's been in war-torn countries, you guys. Do you think that he was just like, this is fucking butterflies and rainbows? Like, nah.
Look at us sitting here. So I'm going to dinner tomorrow with a bunch of people in different age ranges, different groups, different demographics, different races, different everything here in Paraguay. And I've done similar things in other countries. I've spent my life in engineering and project management. I'm retiring. I don't want to work. But I would love tomorrow night if there was a young guy there saying, oh, look, I want to get into XYZ. If it's something I've done, mate, I will give you every book I've ever read. I will give you every piece of, I will give you a hotline that you can ring me. That's all available. Go and meet those people. Like, once you hit a place like this, there's a mind change. What would we look like sitting in Australia? They'd be going, why is this cartel member sitting with that old bloke? Well, it's like,
I love it.
Literally, that'll be the thought. Here, it's perfectly normal for two dudes to sit and have a drink and a conversation.
Yeah.
Without all that crap and carry on.
Yeah. Two things I'll say. A lot of you guys who are coming from North America, Australia, Europe, worry about your whiteness. Like, kind of like looking like my man here. No offense, but anyway.
I agree.
No, but like seriously. Matter of fact, the first thing they're gonna think of is you're actually not American until you open your mouth. They might actually think that you're like Argentinian or something. You know what I mean? Or like, what I'm trying to say is a lot of us actually look white. Even my own family, I have like a lot of people who are darker, in the middle like me, and then lighter. You know what I mean? So it's your whiteness. You're not like, yeah, you might stand out a little bit, and like maybe try not to, if you're walking through the market, try not to talk too loud type shit. or like whoever you're with, like let them talk for you or whatever. That's another thing. But don't worry about your whiteness. I actually get that a lot. Like, you guys are worried about, oh my God, am I just like a complete mark? It's like, well, if you're doing what I do, you're walking through the hood with a goddamn iPhone and a motherfucking $300 gimbal. Yes, you will be a mark. But if you're sitting up here and you're chilling, or even if you're walking around here, like, yeah, you're gonna be fine, And but even in the hood though, I will say, even like where I'm from, I don't live in the straight fucking like goddamn whatever. It's not like a Brazilian favela. Like, I just live in like in a working class neighborhood, okay, in a nice place, right? But like, even there, especially if you shake your neighbor's hands, you introduce yourself, they're gonna look out for you. They're gonna look out for you. I promise you. They'll even look out for you better than everybody else, because you guys may not understand this, but Paraguayans, and we're a small country. We have a lot of pride in taking care of our own, and not only our own, but like anybody who comes here, we have a sense of like responsibility for seeing them well. And I know a lot of you guys might not understand this. Maybe older gentlemen who grew up back in the day, you understand this, but like my generation probably doesn't as well. But I do want to say that like it's gonna be neighborly whether you're downtown in a neighborhood like mine or in a town outside of here. You're gonna be loved. You're gonna be cared for. I guarantee you. And in fact, not only cared for, they're gonna be interested in your life. They're gonna want to know everything. They're going to know everything about your life.
If if you worry, I mean, I'm certainly not worried about that, not one little bit at all. And maybe it's because I've travelled widely, maybe it's because here it doesn't worry me. But I've been to countries where you have a look around and put yourself, what would a middle class mechanic look like? Okay, you might have a shaved head and a big beard. What sort of clothes would they wear? What sort of runners they wear? If you're that worried, go to the local shops, dress like a local. Watch how they walk. You notice the grates on the streets, all the locals walk around those. So, well, occasionally they cave in and drop people in the sewer. Have a look around and work out, what your demographic would look like if you're that worried about it. But I've got to say, I don't think you need to be. It's there's no city in the world where there's not no-go areas or areas where you have to pay a bit of attention. There's ways around it. There's ways to deal with it. I got to say, I think there's less of a drama here than most places I've been. And admittedly, I've only been in Asunción so far around the city. I was downtown today. I was told it's sketchy at night. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't need to be down there at night. So why would I bother testing whether it is or it isn't sketchy? The locals said it is. That's fine. This area here, I've walked back every night after dinner. And if anything, people make eye contact and give you the nod or that. I certainly wouldn't put any worry. There'd be no issue, there'd be no drama.
And
yeah.
Just to add to that, so I know we've discussed like what I look like, what he looks like. I want to really just quickly touch on like black gentlemen and Asian gentlemen too who come here. You guys are gonna stand out harder than even us, right? So I don't stand out. I stand out the least, right? I blend in the most. He stands out the second least. Black and Asian, actually Asian stands out the third least. Not because you look different. Well, sort of like in comparison to most Paraguayans, but I mean there are a lot of Koreans here, like a shit ton of Koreans here. I'm talking about like thousands, right? That's a historical thing.
Japanese.
I don't know other groups, but there are. There are even Middle Easterners. But like if you're coming as an African American man, or from Africa or from the Caribbean, right? Whatever. You look black, right? You're gonna be fine. But you're gonna get a lot of looks. But those looks are not gonna be out of hatred. They're gonna be out of curiosity. And if you don't believe me, follow like pretty much every other black gentleman who's been down here. I know Future Flyness, Austin Holloman, the Jamaican man. I'm forgetting your name, brother. But anyways, so like you're gonna get looks, but it's gonna be curiosity. And I'm gonna be completely honest. Like because there's so few like African looking gentlemen like down here, girls are gonna look at you. Like believe me, like they are, man. And like believe me, man. Like I remember I even asked my sister like my sister's more white than me. She I asked her what like who do you prefer? Like this was years ago, and she still says the same shit. It's like the Will Smiths, darker gentlemen. So y'all are doing good here. You're gonna get looks, okay, but it's not gonna be out of disrespect. Whatever. Maybe in some other places around the world. So I didn't want to say that. Like this is a country for all colors. To be completely honest, the creed thing, the religion thing, is a little bit more complicated. But the color thing, like, it is what it is, man. And because you stand out, like you're gonna do pretty damn well here, man. Shit, even better than your boy. You know what I mean? So shit. I just want to let you guys know that too. So this country really is a place for like all colors, etc. Just good attitude, gentleman. Be a good person.
Yes. When if you come down here, in where I live, 90% of people look like me. You know what I mean? There's no dramas, there's no hassle. Australia is one of those countries, and me being ex-military, man, they beat that out of you really quick if you had it in the first place. There's no hassle. When you come down here, make sure, hey, you ever see an old greybeard like me walking around, say good day, and hopefully we can have a beer together. This is a different world. There's none of that bullshit. There's none of that drama. And I think the demographic, the people moving down here, are people that don't want to get themselves involved in that drama.
Mm-hmm.
If you come down here and you've got a chip on your shoulder because of your skin color or your race or whatever, well, maybe this isn't the spot for you. If you come down here and go,
You're not a hateful people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm no different to this old greybeard dude, to this dude or whatever. We all sit here, we all have a beer, we all have a talk.
Yeah.
We all have a good time. I think that's what it's all about. I haven't found anything other than that whole time I've been here. Just, it's not even a mention. It is in Australia, but it's not here, and
yeah, and especially in America.
Yeah,
you worry about that shit.
One of my reasons that I like this place a lot is that shit goes away.
Yeah,
it's not here. It doesn't exist. It's not to be, talk about it all you like. Talk about it, but it's not a problem, not an issue.
I will say, the most discrimination that goes on here, and I don't like it. It's really ugly. And we fail, right? Is mostly against natives, okay? But even that is very tempered. It's very tempered discrimination. Argentina, that's not tempered. they got straight out hate for a lot of native looking, and like even like, okay, I do want to give this example. I know it's a racial thing, but like, if he goes to Buenos Aires, he's treated better than I am, right? Because they have issues with Paraguayans and like mestizo looking people, even though a lot of their people are mestizo looking, like brown looking, mixed blood looking. So like, they may be a little more patient with him than myself. You know what I mean? So I just want to bring that up, just a comparison. But like here, it's the same. Like I'll be treated the same him, vice versa. Especially if they know you're a foreigner, man. Come on, man. Y'all know where you're coming from. They know what you got in your pocket. You're all good.
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I've been asked that quite a few times.
Yeah.
And then when you come out, no, I'm Australian, and then in Casa Australia,
yeah,
eyes bug out. I've seen about 900 kangaroo impersonations in the time I've been here with people. You're telling me Australian.
That's hilarious.
Right, man, it's yeah, kangaroos.
Man, I was trying to give you a nickname here on the way over. I think I found it though. The saucy Aussie.
That's all right. I'll be there. No worries there.
The saucy Aussie.
The saucy Aussie. I'll be cool with that. Hey, tell you what, when anybody's coming down, I would love to catch up and say good day.
Yeah.
There's the expat mafia, but the thing, you go to Thailand, and again going back to Asia, you see expats that live in an expat community, in an expat gated community, an expat condo with expat food, with, you know what I mean? It's like, but here it's not, and that's what I want. John.
I was gonna say you can't really get away with that here, like you can't, because this is not an English speaking country.
Yeah.
As much as they'll be patient with you, it's still not an English speaking country.
Yeah.
Most people don't know English. Very few know English. Okay.
I did get in an Uber the other day with a guy that spoke perfect English. And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. The guy's name was Iran. So if you're watching Iran, there you go, mate. And spoke. There have been people, and people. I think it's like anything. If you try, like, even if I've got to Google Translate and try and pronounce it, there'll be a smile and a pat on the hand, maybe because I'm old and grey and going senile or something. But everybody seems really friendly and helpful. And to me, that's the biggest thing is, like I said, I'm going to get old. This is where I come. This is the place I kick me clogs. This is where they bury me or shoot me into space or do whatever they do at the time. I don't mind one way or the other. Once I finish with the body, they can have it.
Oh, man, is a clown, just like me.
And, it seems like a very chill, cool, pleasant place to live that life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you guys who are, all the viewers here watching it, what is it, 520, 30? Something?
Yeah, at least last time I lived 524.
Okay, well, we need 1,000.
Yes, we do, gentlemen.
We do.
And ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And, when you come down here, there's already a bit of an expat community. Yep. It would be great to, if you're coming down to say, hey, I'm going to catch up with Ryan. What's that old grey-headed Aussie? We can't remember his name. The bullhead's going to kill himself on a motorbike. That dude, is he around?
Yeah, so he's going to be traveling in the immediate future, but he's going to be back and for significant amounts of time, and you know he's making his home base. So look him up if we're gonna do a part 2. We're definitely gonna do a part 2.
Cool.
So like, well, when he's back, we'll do a part 2 wherever you're at.
My Spanish will be better by then.
Yeah, and we'll catch up on everything. So we are at the hour 10 mark, I see. So what I want to do is I just want to ask your very last advice for not men, not women, just anybody struggling to get out of their mindset of oh my god, I'm stuck. Oh my god, this is impossible. Oh my god, I can't afford a house in my country. Oh my god, what do I do? Oh my god, is moving abroad overseas possible? Oh my god, what do I do? What is your best advice for those people?
For me, it's a lot easier than you think it is. In your mind, you'll run through 100 horrible scenarios, and you'll have watched Sicario on the television, and you know that's your view of South America, and you know there'll be a whole bunch of mess. The reality is, we just talked about it. If it ends up being 12 grand, 20 grand, take a year. What's a year going to do? You'll get another job if you decide you want to go back. To me, the housing market in Australia, in the West, in the US is broken. You know, I'm lucky I got in early. I'm old. I've got a house. I can, you know, I can deal with it. I can sell it. I can make money. For a lot of people, and it's a tragedy, and we talk about this, they're never going to be able to afford it. The only way to change that narrative for yourself is to change those borders. And with the ease you can do it now, it's very quick to get on a plane, to have a look and go, yes, this is for me. And it might not be Paraguay. Something we said might have gelled, and you go, you know what, maybe not Paraguay, but Philippines would be good, or you know, Eastern Europe or whatever. It doesn't matter. Get on the plane and go and have a look. You know, go and have a recce. Spend a month, 2 months. Just if you continue to do the same thing, you'll get the same end result. If that end result is going to be you can never afford a house, you can never afford a wife, you can never afford kids, you're trapped in a treadmill, you've got to change the narrative. And in a place like this, with information like Ryan's putting out now that's easily available, and I mean, I sent him a few messages and he answered straight away. There's a source of information straight up to say, hey, look, I'm thinking of this. Can I sense check it with you? Make those changes, make those decisions. Yes, you're doing it for yourself, but the biggest thing I think is you're doing it for your kids. And to turn around and your kids will have multiple languages and possibly multiple passports and an understanding of a great big wide world that they can have access to instead of being trapped. You know, when I grew up, you went to the same school and you bought a house and you stayed at the same factory and you died. You know, I joined the military, which sent me all over the world, and on it went, and I got that realisation. Here's Ryan giving it to you for free. Here's 1 hour and 13 minutes now of a discussion on how you can make it possible. I mean, here's a living proof of a guy that stepped out of the comfort zone and said, I'm going to make this shit work. You know, have a go. If you've got to send a few messages to build up the confidence, you know, just do it. You're doing it for your next few generations. You're not just doing it for yourself. You know, it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger picture. My generation's bowing out. You guys and girls are the next generation. They're coming in, and I think you've got to change the narrative. You know, what worked for us isn't going to work for you. And guys like Ryan are giving you that guidance. I mean, it costs you nothing. Grab it with both hands and live that life.
Well, I definitely appreciate that.
No
really. And so what? Yeah, the main point of what he says is actually what I brought up in my raw story of how I met my family. But the ending of that video was, I worry about the next 7 generations. Right? It's the same as the Iroquois, the tribe, the Iroquois in my country, or in North America, right? And they have the 7 generations rule that what you're doing today, tomorrow, right? This may not resonate with everybody, but like us tribes, like historically, we've adopted things from other tribes, right? Like language, customs, right? So I have no problem adopting something from a North American tribe. Me being Guarani, love it, right? Guarani. But so, you know, I know we talk a lot about our immediate happiness, and that's a good thing. You literally need immediate happiness to move ahead in any way, right? But think about your kid, and some of you maybe have kids, some of you maybe families. Think about their kids after them too. Like, you're setting yourself up to at the least, they know languages, they feel comfortable moving around the world, they have a mindset that's worldly instead of just local. How can I have my town be my customers? How can I have the world be my customers, or something like that? I know that's easier said than done, but like it is shifting your mindset, right? So, I mean, just I'll try, I guess, and make it happen. For the love of God, you're not going to regret it in any sort of way. Even if you give yourself a year, 2 years, you have to go back for a while. Then you come back. Then you already have your residency card. Here, your residency card is worth 10 years, at least once you get permanent, right? So then it's just like as simple as like going to get your picture taken, and you got another 10 years. That's how simple it is once you figure it out, right? So anyway, we're gonna end this here because I know a lot of you guys start falling off around this point. So yeah, it's been a real pleasure, honor, and we're gonna do a part 2.
I loved it. It's been great.
I knew immediately, like, well, after a little bit of talking, right? I knew that I wanted to meet this man. I knew he had an interesting story. He's been all around the world, and he ended up with here, out of all the countries of where I was born, where I got family, where I came to. He ended up here, choosing this as his home base. A man that's been on essentially every continent, minus Antarctica.
I'm going there one day. No, I haven't. But I want to
Okay.
go. I can leave from Argentina. I'm going to do it one day. Yeah.
God damn it. Okay, he's
It's a
going.
plan.
He's going. I guess he's going to all continents, you guys. No, but seriously though, I know a lot of you guys don't care for my country because we don't have ocean views like Ipanema and Rio. But this is a cool place. Beautiful women, great food, great service. People are going to treat you well. People love Westerners. What's there to lose?
I can't say enough good about it. I think everybody watching this, if we all come to my funeral and say some terrible shit about me.
All right. Hey guys, it's been a pleasure. Oh man, what nickname did we just give you? We give the Saucy Aussie.
I'll take that.
Yeah, we give him the Saucy Aussie, right? Hey you guys, I have to
Looking
do it.
forward to that.
All right, you guys. If he starts a YouTube channel, you know what it's going to be called.
Nah, not gonna happen. Man, I can barely manage my phone most days.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you.
Okay, I'll take him if we ever do another one of these.
Right. Yeah.
All right, hey you guys, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure.
Enjoyed it, loved it.
And we're gonna actually do a little more B-roll. So hey, don't click off yet. We're gonna check out this place. I'm gonna film it a little bit after I use the bathroom, and then we're gonna go down.
Yeah, I was gonna say
down.
Oh God, needs to go for me. Yeah.
And then we're gonna probably go down the street here, maybe hit up another bar or something like that.
Yep.
100%. Yeah, so we're out, you guys. We're just talking from the heart. None of this shit was scripted. You can tell, right? So hey, love y'all, love all you guys. This is real.
Thanks for
Ryan Aranda, Shane Caudwell. We are out. My best life on Hawaii. What else do I have to give? That's it. All right.
all good.
See you guys. Later. So I'm here with Shane, and we are downtown. Damn, this is like a club or something. Yeah. Anyways, we are here at the Dazzler window. That's how the building looks. Look at that big thing. Yeah. A lot going on here downtown. Good stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah, so wherever you think
Up this way, there was the shopping centre, the other shopping centre, the Phil Sol, I think it was. Huge big gardens and all these different restaurants and bars. on a couple of levels, wires it up. So then we walk through there and see how we go.
Okay.
And if we end up back there at the end, getting just off. Think so, yeah.
Okay.
But it is, a very cool place to go for a walk at night, and a very safe place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, this is Shopping del Sol. Shopping of the Sun. And this is you can see the sign right here. Here, let me zoom in real quick for you guys. See? Del Sol. And whenever we have a fucking national game or like anything like Paraguayan happening for the country, all these billboards, they all turn to the soccer team or nationalistic stuff. You know? See, we have something here called healthy nationalism. Unlike the places we're from, especially the US. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Michelob.
What's it in it?
Yeah, I think Michelob Light. Yeah. I think that's Wisconsin. Bud Light is Wisconsin.
Oh, there you go. Just
Miller.
is it? You're not allowed to drink Bud Light because you're not funny or something like that. So that even made it to Australia.
Miller Light though. No. Bud Light is the deal. The Miller Light is good though. Hey guys, so look at this fucking building. You know.
Oh, it's something.
And I know I don't have to preach to many of you guys. I know that we just saw. Nah, never mind. But like for all of you guys, and I know I'm talking your ear off about this shit, but for all of you who think we like just live in mud huts and shit, it's far from the truth. Also, look at the moon. It was just the eclipse the other day.
What? Sure.
So you weren't here for the Brazil one, right? Or the Paraguay? Okay. You probably just came right after that.
Last Sunday night.
Okay. Yeah, our streets and sidewalks may not be up to par to like North America or Australia or Europe, but I mean, are you not going to change your life over some sidewalks? You know what I mean?
Locals seem to avoid the greats, so I think it's a good idea to not work them.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the greats are not always as stable as you may think. Like these, yeah.
There you go, there's the Porsche dealer.
Damn, I didn't know they sell Porsches here. Hey guys, they have a fucking Porsche dealer here. That's insane to me. I don't know how new that is. I have no idea how new that is, but I've never seen it. I think this might be the Sheraton.
What the?
Do you know?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the Sheraton, you guys. We have more digital billboards up ahead. Hey guys, don't stay here. Stay at the Dazzler where my man's staying because the Sheraton, they overpriced like a motherfucker. Like, I guess you can, but like, believe me, there are other places that are just as good, if not better. Unless you have like one of those like rewards cards or whatever.
The Sky Bar at the Dazzler is worth the effort to start.
Yeah, yeah, the Dazzler, yeah, with the Sky Bar, exactly. And you guys, this is the international. What was it called? Torre del Paseo. So, like, what? I guess technically it's the mall tower building, but these are our international buildings, like where we're gonna have like international meetings. It would be the equivalent of like the twin towers when they were both up. But you know what I mean. It's like for international meetings, this is where diplomats are coming, etc. This is where they're staying. Well, I think they're staying here, or maybe right next door in the Sheraton. Oh my God. And this is Paseo La Galería, I believe. Yeah. This is Paseo La Galería that we're coming up to here.
Little restaurants wander around through all these driveways. And
yeah, so there are restaurants. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you heard that, but there are restaurants all around here with these gardens.
see,
Yo, this is absolutely beautiful, you guys. This is stunning for me.
They have to.
No, put in my.
Yeah, I was in there.
Yeah, here, look.
For
all you ballers out there, everybody wants to live the high life. You really think you're lacking something here? or even y'all who want to just come to visit, you know?
Not. What if we go? We go. If you ever card.
So yeah, we came from about 8 minutes worth of walking at our pace from the Dazzler, and now we are here.
Steakhouse.
Okay. Yeah. So here, let me zoom in. Yeah. So yeah, Shane was saying sushi. Cuatro. I think that's pizza. Steak. Yeah, steakhouse. It's the multiple levels. And you can get some of the best pictures that you ever imagine too around here. So yeah. What's that? Lord. Hey, we ain't gonna say no, but Yarami. I was just playing. But goddamn.
Thanks for the government.
Like, talk about a cool place, you guys. Yeah. All you A1 ballers out there, keep this in mind. This is not my life, really. I live a very quiet life, but hey, for y'all who are interested, this is what it is. So they have a parking garage here too. Probably multiple levels. This is bacon. Okay. I've never seen one of these places with a bar. So this is a really good burger place, equivalent to any American burger place. I've never seen one with a bar though, so this is extra cool. All right. La Vienesa. I don't know what this is, but it looks dope.
French patisserie, I like.
Oh, okay.
Then they got it.
Yeah. Okay. So they got yeah, cakes here. All kinds of breads. Remember, bakery items are very cheap here. They're very good and very cheap, and they can make them out of any style that's coming from Europe, etc. French style, Italian, it don't matter. This is Peruvian, Peruana, La Carroza. Yeah, La Carroza. All right. So you could probably spend like a week here trying to try all the restaurants for a couple weeks. Yeah, me and Shane here are gonna find a spot to get a drink, and if I pause the video, we'll come back and see what else we can film while we're well, we're still somewhat not that inebriated. La Cabrera, yeah, this place is dope. I've been here, or not this one particular, but Cien Montaditos. Okay, I've never been here. I don't know what it is. Wait, here, hold up. All right. Yeah, that's whatever. Menus. Is Piazza Il Capo? Il Capo. Okay. 1989. Italiano, right? Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is an Italian restaurant. ¿Está bueno todo? Oh, dale. So the food's good here, my man says. Hey, so this place, if you want, if you crave Italian food, etc. Gracias. Yeah. That's good. Morado. Or look at that. Morado. Let's say here. Right. All right, so this is to give you guys a perspective of the second level. Man, this is the coolest place I've ever been to. Really, truly, it is. There's so many restaurants. There's endless. And I think my cousins told me there's all shopping stuff above. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we can sit down wherever. Or okay. Wherever looks like a little bit lively, maybe here grab a drink or something. So this is. What? ¿Cómo se llama? Okay, dos de los familiares. So just if you want. It's a steak, yes, sir? Okay. So this is a steak place, just in case you guys want a bunch of steak. So, gracias. But steak. I'm gonna send the pizzas. Alright. It's a cool pizza place, you guys. You're digging pizzas, etc., etc. It's endless. Honestly, endless. I don't even know. You guys aren't even gonna remember none of these, but hey, at least there's a bunch of options. All right, I think we're gonna end here. Probably grab a drink here. So it's kind of calm, maybe. But I'm gonna pause. And we're gonna come back, maybe. All right, you guys. Hey, what's up, guys? So we found a place. We ended up at the Sushi Pop. If you can see it in the corner there. And we are here. I just took a picture of this sushi, but check it out. Triple layered, variety of sushi. Got a whiskey mule and mojito. So we are living good. And just to let you guys know, this is all affordable. Like in where we're from. Wow. Who knows? But yeah. So anyways, coming back to you guys. Later.